Hello. It's on.
Hey.
We're going to be doing fishing stuff today. Explaining fishing lures, lots of types. Dan is here today, but he ain't really going to do much.
Yeah.
Where should we start off?
Whichever one you want.
Alright. Let's start with a crankbait. Now this one, most of you probably might or might not know. A crankbait is a type of lure that you would drive behind a boat. While you're driving on a boat, you would cast this lure out real far. Not really cast, but you would let it drag behind you really far. This is for catching big muskie. Like big muskie or pike. Muskie and pike look basically the same. Just to be honest with you. What's that noise?
No.
I think it might be my mom.
Yeah.
I am going to take a drink while we do this video. So, yeah.
Dang, you brought tea down?
Yeah, I did.
Dang.
So.
Oh my god, the tea, brisk iced tea is so good.
So these lures have this giant lip right here, which angles it down as you try to reel it in. It angles down, but they float. So you reel, let go, and it floats up. Reel, and then it goes down, and then let go, and it floats up.
Brisk iced tea. If you're watching us, sponsor us.
Yeah, please. We really love your drink. Like we
Seriously.
really love it.
Best.
It's a good drink.
The best stuff. I can't stop drinking it. Neither can you.
It just keeps us going for the day.
Definitely.
It's just good.
It's good.
All right, time for another lure. Now, let's go for one of these. Now, this is sort of like a crankbait, but it isn't. See how it moves in the water? When it's moved and pulled, it makes this very nice motion. When you're fishing, your lure has to have nice motion to look like an actual living creature for the fish to want to attack it. Very, very nice lure. Now, onto something I don't use very often, but is a very good lure. Top waters. This is a very wonky top water, but it's fine. It's like, damn, wonky.
What? Okay.
This part right here spins. And as you pull it through the water, it spins and makes little bubbles on the surface. This is mainly for catching catfish or something big. It disturbs the surface of the water, and, well, that catches the attention of any other creature that is alive. Now, this is a very special lure. Funny. This is called a popper. They mainly, you yank and then let sit for a little bit, yank, let them sit for a little bit, and then yank. And you do that repeatedly. They have this very specially shaped mouth, which scoops up water and shoots it up, and when it plops back down, it makes a bloop. They're very interesting lures, and they're really fun to use. Now, what else shall we try? Time for ice fishing. We're going to stop at some points to go for other lures. This is an ice fishing lure. Very nice and beautiful ice fishing lure. Ice fishing lures don't really have to be, they don't have to look like a fish, because most of the fish you're catching are very small. Like, what could I use it as an example? You usually would put either a worm or a little fishy, like a little minnow, on these hooks, let it down. Every once in a while, you would pull up the rod a little bit and just bloop, bloop, bloop. And yeah, that's what you would do most of the time. There's other variants, but most of the time you're doing the exact same thing with every lure. Now, time to find interesting lure for today's video. Well, here's a good one. Here is a big boy. A really big, very old, and a very powerful lure. This part right here is exactly like a lip. it's almost exactly the same. It does the exact same thing, but it's not there. So fish won't be confused why there's a giant nose on one of those lures. They'll see this as a fish, and they'll eat it. It is very dirty, very mucky, but that doesn't matter. It'll just wash off when you plop it in the water. This isn't a very long video, or very interesting video, but it is a video, nonetheless. Now, bobber fishing is a different story completely. This is a very interesting rod. It's a backpack rod. It's very small and compact, and you can put it into literally any backpack that can hold it. It comes apart into a couple different pieces, but yeah, that's mainly it. This right here is an ocean lure, mainly, or somewhat, because fish in the ocean, well, you legally can't catch sharks, can you?
I don't know, actually.
Well, you legally can't, so you would use a not barbed, but, well, normally in the ocean, you'd use something a lot bigger than this, but this is just what I have on hand. This is a big 2.5, 1.2. Wait, it's not what it says, but that's what it reads. This hook right here is to catch the fish. These weights are actually meant to get the lure down near the bottom, right near the fish's face, really quickly. So you drop it down, down, deep into the water, and ooh, look, here's a fish coming. Fish coming to get it. Boop, you get it, and you reel it up. Simple. The weight just helps you get it down deeper, quicker, because I don't think these little hooks sink real fast. Don't you? Now, don't have much to say anymore. This was just a short video. Nothing much. Wasn't really anything special, but that's it. Alright. Goodbye.